Well, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi. My name is Lisa, and I love everything colorful makeup, especially indie brands. So, yeah, I apologize once again. It's been a hot minute since I have filmed, but life happens, you know? And I am excited to share with you guys the new launch from Singe Beauty. Yes, y'all know that have been with me for a minute how much I adore Angelica Nyquist and her brand Singe Beauty. This palette, Agate Temptation, if you haven't picked this up, y'all, you need to, okay? Because Angie was like, you know what? Y'all were digging Galactic Visitor, and I brought it then, and it was a sleigh. Nah, hold my purse. Watch this shit, because bam, okay? Beautiful color story. Completely can see Angie in both of these palettes. Of course, they are colors that is near and dear and that she loves and reaches for. You know, she has a warm undertone. I have a neutral cool undertone, but I also am slightly olive, so I can pull off warm colors. Now, it really does depend, like with reds, oranges, yellows, it really does like depend on the shade, the tone of those colors. You know what I mean? I created this look right here with this palette. And I figured, you know what? People were saying, please excuse my nails, squirrel. Just don't pay attention to that. That when she launched this or did sneak peeks of this over on Instagram, that it was kind of a similar story, color story to her Hella palettes, right? This one right here. I have two of the three Hella palettes. This was the first time I ever tried ODEN'S. This formula is beautiful. Really enjoyed playing with these. Again, color stories right up my alley. So I figured in this video, we would do swatches of the new Agate Temptation and this palette here, which this one is called Trick or Treat palette. And of course, this is the little ghost palette here. With this one, you know, you've got the oranges down here. So we can swatch these oranges on the bottom row as well. But let's take a look at this one. And then holding up this one. Now, I can see where people are coming from, but I guarantee you the oranges are going to be completely different tone. Without further ado, let's get to the swatches. And I figured I'd also do a everyday look. Just a quick, maybe easy. I should never say quick because every time I do a tutorial, it sure the hell is not quick. So, but a tutorial. So stay tuned, and hopefully if you're new, give the video a thumbs up. Hopefully you subscribe. I would love to have you, and please do share because it really does help out my channel. Appreciate it so much if you do. So without further ado, let's get to swatching. Okay, so we have this beautiful, amazing palette. Congratulations, Singe Beauty, on this amazing launch. Angelica, beautiful color story, amazing, love this. I'm showing you this color story as well. You know, Angie loves oranges, yellows, reds, you know, and blues, you know, so here we are. But again, two different color stories, of course, but you can definitely use these as companion palettes. These two, and actually all four, if you wanted to. From Galactic Visitor to this one, I feel like they're a little more smoother. There's not a lot of kick up in the pan with a brush or with your finger. Not a lot of fallout at all. Really do appreciate that and love that. And I've been thoroughly enjoying this palette. I have been using it. I've had it for a week now, and I've been nonstop creating, just having fun, just taking time out from the internet and just just playing in my makeup and kind of rearranging my collection. Good thing I'm editing. So here we go. Here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm going to tell you the names. This is Sheldoni. This is Translucent, which is a duo. And this one is Moss. And this is Slice. Names that make sense for this palette. And of course, it's the soft touch like Angie really does like. Have the gold foil in it. It's got that still 70s vibe that she really is into as well. So everything just makes complete sense. And I love this. So again, there is some kick up in the pan, but not a lot. Yeah. This one is Sheldoni, and this one is Moss, and this one is Slice. So you're going to see one swipe, just pigmented, buttery, just gorge. Beautiful, beautiful formula. And I truly feel like she did step it up a little bit with the matte formula. I truly do. When they all came back from the Creators and Friends trip here in Florida, the owner, Amanda from Unearthly Cosmetics, I remember watching her review with this palette and doing a look, you know, kind of the first impressions kind of thing. And she was like, I don't know, it seems like the mattes are a little more smoother, creamier, you know, more so than the Galactic Visitor, which is like, the Galactic Visitor, if you have it, then you know, you know. That is the top row of mattes. Might as well, right? So this is Translucent. What I'm wearing right here on the inner corner. And I don't know if you can, if this is a duo or not. But it's just a beautiful, like, it's a topper kind of shade too. Like it's got that sheer kind of base to her a little bit, I feel. But that is so sparkly. It's beautiful. It could be like this topper shade. I feel like the green shimmer could be the same. But these are also, they're buildable. They're buildable, and you can have it either be very light or bam, in your face. I love that. So that is the top row. Second row, we are going to get into Banded. Beautiful, bright, like neon green. This mid-tone kind of green is called Geode. It's just a green shimmer. Is Quartz. And then this really dark, like pine forest green is Plume. So we'll put this green here. And here's that like neon, and that's my nail. That is not the shadow. It can be light. And again, I'll put a little bit more just to show you that it's definitely buildable. And then here is that just straight green shimmer. It's just so sparkly. And on the lid, it's just so beautiful. These are just gorgeous. Love. And, you know, I guess I'm a little biased just because I do love this brand. And again, if you've been with me for a minute, then you know that Angelica is one of the creators, the reason why I even got into colorful eyeshadow. So, you know, when it comes to her launches, I'm like, oh, you know, but is if I ever found something to have an issue, if something was patchy or something like that, I'm definitely always going to be honest. By watching Angelica and seeing all the reviews that she has done over the years that I have been following her, upfront and honest about products is definitely one of the things she's definitely all about. And, you know, I would do the same for her brand. So that, and I'm going to swatch that dark green Plume. I am a green galley. Third row, this is the multi-chrome, crystallized. Gorge. And this orange shimmer is fire. And the orange is volcanic. On my lid, pulls like a corally kind of orange on me, but swatched on my arm is orange. And here's the shimmer. Here's that multi-chrome. I've been having a blast with this palette, both Galactic Visitor and this palette. I think these are the two most used palettes that I have up to this point. And I also have been enjoying my Divina Cosmetics singles as well. The formulas that Deandra has, especially with her shimmers, and the multi-chromes, y'all, craziness. In this third row here is Metamorphic. So this is, it's a brown, but it's like this neutral brown. So you definitely could use it, and I did, to kind of blend the orange out a little bit on the outside. The last row, this beautiful like champagne gold, and then we have this gold here and this much lighter orange, and I want to say it's a burgundy color. Burgundy brown, like a brick burgundy kind of color. It's gorge. Yellow, it's basically Singe color in my opinion. Pretty sure that definitely, that's Singe color. So this is gilded, the gold. And then the brick burgundy kind of here, brown burgundy is dendritic. And then like the Singe beauty color here is called Agate. And then that gold is silica. There's that Singe yellow, yellow orange. Gorgeous. Love. Love. So that is the palette swatched out, y'all. The Galactic Visitor. I just want to swatch this yellow just to kind of put it up next to the palette. And we're going to get to swatching the ODEN'S eye palettes and kind of comparing. But before I do that, in my squirrel brain, of course, I want to take swatch the yellow in the Galactic Visitor, just for shits and giggles to kind of compare it in. And the yellow in this is Soul. So a much brighter sun yellow, right? Much brighter. Let's take a little more. Again, this is one that you definitely need to build up. The yellows are hard, but you can still have it very light, or again, all of her shadows are buildable. Completely different, and I know for sure on the lid, it's different as well. That is the Yellow Soul in Galactic Visitor. Here we go with the two ODEN'S eye palettes, okay? This is a Little Ghost palette. We're just gonna swatch the bottom row, comparing it with the oranges that are in this one. And then, of course, like I said, with the Trick or Treat palette, which is what everybody was kind of comparing, you know, the Agate Temptation palette to. So we'll start off with the two shimmers. The pink, it's pink and orange. And then this one is like orange. Oh, definitely not. And that's no way. Is that anywhere similar? So actually that could be a multi, not a duo. Let's see, come over here. And then here's that just straight up orange shimmer. The orange matte. And to me, this is more of a brighter orange. Kind of a pastel-y orange, if you will. It's just brighter. This is a much more of a brick red. Yeah. And then when you shear it out, you can see it definitely has that reddish orange or reddish orange tone to it, but it's that brick red. Beautiful quad for sure. And then there's that red. So completely different. Now we're gonna do the other collab palette, which is the one that everybody was kind of comparing, you know, this palette to. We'll take a look at these side by side again. I can completely see where people are coming from. So we are gonna swatch it out and then we're gonna see side by side. Of course, I'm an idiot and trying to swatch it with the right hand. Oh, wow. It's late. And when I film my YouTube videos, usually it's anywhere between 8 and 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time at night. So, yeah. Bear with me. And squirrel moment. Your girl is trying to grow out her hair. My hair is snow white and like silver. So the bandana thing, you may see an awful lot for a while. I haven't really decided. You're probably going to see a lot of headbands lately. Bandanas, hats, stuff like that. Let's get to swatching it. Yeah. You got the gold. But I just feel like these are not as impactful as Angie's. Look at how sparkly those are. I mean, these are sparkly, and it's a beautiful formula, but hers are just like, and there's that gold, and then the champagne. I see where people are coming from. They're definitely not the same. Definitely. This one here, which is this brown. Let's see. Completely different. But on my skin tone, it's very similar. That yellow is very similar. Even though that's, what was it, Agate's, which was the one that I said that was the Singe Beauty. This one. With this mustardy yellow. That's what that is. And that's definitely completely different color. But on my skin tone, it's pulling very similar. But this one's just, it's a little bit darker than this one. All right, so the second row, we'll go, what am I doing? Oh my Lord, help me. Left hand, left hand. So Wicked is this really light peach. And then the orange is jack-o'-lantern. Very bright orange. Candy apple. No, that's not even gonna be anywhere near. Candy apple red, really. Here's the orange. Beautifully pigmented, smooth. Let's just shear it out to see here. Beautiful orange. Here's that peach. Very, very light vanilla peach. Here, side by side, when we're looking at this orange and comparing it to that orange, there's no comparison. It's not the same. It's completely different tone, completely different. This is more definite orange on my skin tone than this one, even if I shear it out a little bit, where it comes out to be a little corally on me. But that's orange. Let's not forget these are colors that she gravitates to, that she has always really loved. And this was how many years ago with this collaboration? Thinking about all of that, it made sense that her first couple of palettes were going to be fairly similar to the collaborations that she's done in the past. Because now that she has her own brand, why not have that as a staple for your brand? Colors that you love. It just kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? So the shimmer in that row, and it's called Deadly. I love these palettes. I love these color stories. They're gorgeous. Whew. Bright green, gorgeous green. Hello. Hello, pigment. Hello. Okay. Do you see how that's more red? And this is more purpley. Yeah. Oh, I think the hubby turned down the AC because damn, I'm melting in here. I'm getting a little shiny. A little shiny. A little shiny. Gotta love menopause. Very, very pretty. Now I've kind of run out of room because I'll just go over that with this shimmer. That is so pretty. Ugh. I'm so glad that I was able to grab these palettes because I got them as a bundle. That's very sparkly. And the greens are completely different. The last row, green shimmer, and then this minty kind of shimmer on the end. Just do it right here. Oh my gosh. Extremely soft, very sparkly. Oops. Let's see. This shimmer is very similar to that matte though. Just to build it up. So buttery. So similarity to the shade in the shimmer. So you could so definitely use Agate Temptation and this Hella palette as companion palettes, seriously. Now, do I think that if you're on a low buy and you're budgeting and you're not a collector, I would definitely, it depends on your taste as far as like the color story. With Agate Temptation is, you know, for a green and orange palette, if that is your thing, definitely to grab Agate Temptation and create some beautiful looks. All right, so the last two mattes on the bottom row is and there's the green. Completely different green. I can see, again, where people were coming from, but they are different. And if you are lucky enough to have these and the green one to go along with the Agate Temptation, mwah, chef's kiss. She wanted to bring a beautiful, fun color story to the world, and she's done that, and I love it. So yeah. So now you and I, after all of this, we're also going to do a very quick, well, I should not say the Q word. We're going to create a look together. We are going to start off with the Chaldoni. Hi, kitty. Yes, I know you want attention. I know you do. I took away your table, but you got your chair, okay? My God. I'm going to start with that Chaldoni here. But I'm not going to do my inner corner lid. I am going to put this in my crease, but it's only going to be very lightly. And then I'm going to take the light brown that's in here, and I'm going to put it in the crease as well. So I'm patting this in. Patting, 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 patting it into pretty much my crease. And just building that color up a little bit. Putting it on my lid a little as well, because I'm gonna kind of mix that. And I literally have to clean my brushes and cat hair, okay. But I have to pick up some more brush cleaner. So I know there may be freaking transfer because I can see it a little bit. So now I'm gonna go into this brown here in my crease. I'm going to put this in my socket right on top of Sheldoni. I'm just building this brown up. This is my problem child eye because of my scarring and it doesn't like to hold color. I do put shadow on my waterline. I use one of my Refer brushes, and this is from the Shoto set, and this is the double zero Shoto. I'm going to blend this out now. Just to soften the edges. Sigma brushes. This one here is the E42. I go into that dark green. And I'm going to deepen the outer corner. Just to give some depth. Pat, 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 pat. So I've kind of given this. I'm going to take this Refer, which is, again, part of the Shoto, and this is the O2 Shoto. No extra product. I'm going to pull the green that I already have. And I'm kind of going straight on. And I'm pulling that pigment in. Little circles, very, very light. I mean, again, this is just how I do my shadow. Is it the right way? I don't know. You know, this is what works for me, and maybe it could work for you. Back in and kind of deepen up the green where I lost from the blending. Enough fiddling with that. So I'm gonna take my Singe. It is the E07, and I'm gonna go into that green. I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. So now I'm gonna grab my CB4 Cosmic Beauty. I am gonna take that brown and just up on the side here and underneath. Now you guys know that I don't usually do a like really blown out lash line. It's just not my journey. I think I'm just gonna put dark green liner right now. And I'm gonna go into Sheldoni. And I'm going to put this here on my lid. This brush is awesome for packing on color. Now that I am looking at this, I think I'm not gonna put any shimmer on. I don't think I've just done an all matte look tutorial. And I'm actually blending that edge in my crease. So Lisa's gonna refrain, and I'm gonna go into Sheldoni with my Glam Light brush, which is my favorite. And I am once again just lightening up the edge, and I'm going to blend by patting and windshield wipers. I like to do the windshield wiper movements. I'm able to a certain extent. But for the most part, a lot of times it's going to be little circles and patting. You know, especially like on this hood of mine. I don't know. I think I really am liking this without shimmer. But I'm not going to take any glitter glue though. I'm going to take translucent right here, which is I do have right here, and I did use glitter glue on this eye, but I'm not going to use glitter glue on this eye, and I'm going to just tap a little bit on here. Give it a little sparkle. You can still see Sheldoni underneath. I'm going to take my EO1, no additional product, and I'm going to finagle the shimmer. Just like that. That is so pretty. And I'm going to pull the green pigment that I already have on my lid after I wiped my brush off. Like that. I like that. For the inner corner and on the brow. And that's where I'm going to put this, is just to give my brow a little highlight. Right here. Like that, just a little bit. And I'm also going to put that same shade, that same shimmer in my inner corner. I'm going to put a little more. And you can see it's just so pretty. So pretty. Just to clean this up. Gonna make a line. I have a little bit of blush still on this brush. So just do this. A little bit of mascara. This is the Lancome, their new mascara, the Idol. I'm gonna give this mascara a hot second to dry. This liner is amazing. This is the first thing I've ever even tried from Glossier, and it's a liquid liner. So I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna do a quick liner and a lash, and I will be right back with the finished look. Okay, so I decided not to put on a lash because I have this dramatic wing, and so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put a lash on. I also went in with one of my Blend Bunny brushes, and I went into this lighter, darker green here, which is Geode. And I decided to just put a little bit and buff that out and blend that in. And I think it looks a lot better sitting on top of the wing there. And then just kind of like, you know, blended this out more. I love how this came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a hot minute. It's been a while since I had uploaded. You know, sometimes you just gotta take a little time, a little time out, and life happens. So again, hopefully if you're new, you give this video a thumbs up. Hopefully you subscribe and stay a while. Please do share, comment, and like, because it truly does help out my channel. If you do, I appreciate it so, so much. I love to hear from you. Have you guys, any of you, picked up the new palette from Singe Beauty, the Agate Temptation. It is a gorgeous palette. Let me know in the comments. Do you have Galactic Visitor? Which one do you love better? Because I don't think I could ever choose. Boy, when rankings come around, it is going to be tough. Which I do have my 6-month ranking coming up here in the next couple of weeks. My Bella Beauty Bar palette, their new launch, the Ocean Jewel. Y'all already know Jewel Tones and Bella Beauty Bar, one of my favorite indie brands. Yeah, so that is on its way. Also, this coming weekend on Saturday is this month's Music Inside the Makeup. Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you what band it is, but it's actually going to be 2 bands, 2 palettes, 2 looks. So hopefully I see you guys on the next one. I also have some Divina Cosmetics stuff to share with you, and I'm super excited about that. My girl D, I opened my package today. It came late tonight, about 8 o'clock. You are crazy amazing. I can't even believe it. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna be texting you, girl, because damn. Love you so much, lady. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, the comparisons, all of that. And with that, I hope to see you on the next one. Till next time.